What is up, everyone? And this is the last 5 turns. And today is Throwback Thursday. So, for today's episode, we are gonna go back in time and, well, we built another deck. And this is a blue-red Delver. Of course, just like the other decks, we built it and kind of upgraded in a bit. So here, I'm gonna run through the deck real quick. So we got 20 lands, we've got some fetches, and we also added a Mystic Sanctuary here because there's a lot of spells that we'd like to get back in from our graveyard to the top of our library so we can reuse the spell. So what do we have here? Of course, it's the namesake of the deck. It's Delver. We got 4 Delvers here. For those who doesn't know what Delver does, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library and you may reveal that card. If an instant or sorcery card is revealed this way, transform Delver of Secrets. So from a 1/1, it transforms into a 3/2 flying insectile aberration. To do that, to make it as consistent as possible in terms of getting a spell on top of our library at the beginning of our upkeep, we have Opt. We have, well, Serum Vision is the main spell here, or main card draw spell here that pretty much fix our top deck so that the following turn we're 100% sure that Delver will flip. But the spells that are included there is like I got Opt and I got Peek. Peek's only purpose here is so we can see what our opponent's holding against us, so that we can at least have a perfect information of what they're trying to do, so that we can adjust to that. Again, this is a very tempo type of deck. So we have like 10 cantrip spells. I've also included 2 spell Pierce because we're tempo. So Pierce's job is most likely to, well, what it does, by the way, is to counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. So its job is most likely to protect Delver here. I also have 1 Vapor Snag, which is an instant and return target creature card or creature to its owner's hand, and its controller loses 1 life. And we also have Lightning Bolt just to push those few damage that we need, or kill our opponent's creature if it's something bothering us that much. We also have Mana Leak, 3 of them, 1 Negate, 2 Remand, 3 Snapcaster Mages. Well, it's Snapcaster and it's blue, and we're running a blue-red deck, so why shouldn't we not include it in the deck, right? I've also included Deprive here for the sole purpose of recurring the Mystic Sanctuary over and over again. It's like a loop in a way, because I cast Deprive, I bounce Mystic comes back into play, put Deprive on top, and when it goes back into my turn, if ever my opponent casts anything that I can counter, then Deprive, bounce Mystic, so you know how it goes. We also have here Young Pyromancer because I believe this is part of that deck. Again, the list that I looked at here is the 2014 Grand Prix deck. I just can't remember which Grand Prix, but yeah. Now the newest addition to this deck is Sprite Dragon, because if Delver of Secrets is not enough to kill our opponent, Sprite Dragon is. And the last of it is Electrolyze. Now for the sideboard, just like my previous episode, this one's kind of a mess, but not as much as the other deck, because at least some of the cards here make sense, like Ceremonious Rejection, in case of we happen to come across with any colorless deck, artifact decks, Eldrazi decks. Dispel in case we're against another control deck or another tempo or any deck with counter, so that we get ahead of the counter wars, so to speak. We also have Negate, which pretty much does, I've already explained why. We also have Logic Nut, which is again in case we have to go into a counter war battle, we can add more counters into our deck. We also have Narset, Parlor of Veils, because, well, these are just an additional things that I can add into the deck that I have anyway in my collection, and also something that we can use against decks that draws a lot or against control. Ashok is for anything that uses their graveyard that doesn't affect our graveyard. Abrade is for artifacts. Counterflux is again still for, well, I'm really relying heavily on counters here, if you'd notice. And then the last one is Izzet, Staticaster. So as I've mentioned earlier, yeah, it's kind of a mess for our sideboards. But anyway, that's about it. Well, my opponent won the die roll, so he is going to play first. Wow. I could have kept it if now I have a bunch of lands. This is burn. Yep. Okay, now this is burn. Yeah, I got opt. Alright, fine. So my opponent's not casting another card? Oh, there you go. Wow! That early, huh? I should have just waited. I can't raise this. I have to kill that Eidolon. Negate. Should I block it now? Wow. Remand. You know what? Let's opt. Yeah, it's gonna take me a lot of damage here. Put remand at the bottom. Well, we got another land. Yeah, we're probably gonna die here. We got a mana leak. Alright, let's concede. So, what do we put in here? Another vapor snag, maybe. Dispel and negate, maybe. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay, we're playing first. We'll keep that. We got a really nice tempo play here, so we can cast Delver. We have Vapor Snag and a Lightning Bolt follow up here. Or we can cast Pyromancer first. Especially if Delver will flip. Oh, alright. We gotta flip Delver now. Yep, it's gonna flip. Alright. Now what do we do next? We cast Young Pyromancer? Or not? Maybe not. Well, my opponent knows that I have a Spell Snare on hand, so he's not gonna cast anything that is worth 2. But just for tempo purposes, let's not do anything. Just attack with Delver and let him choose on what is he gonna do with that Rift Bolt. Is he gonna throw it into my face or into Delver? If it's to Delver, that's good for me because that's 3 less damage to my face. Yep, that's fine. Well, if he's fetching, he's either another Rift Bolt. Alright. 2 Rift Bolts. Alright. Well, you know what? I have a plan. Let's do this. Let's cast Young Pyro. Now, what he is most likely going to do is to deal one of them to Young Pyromancer and the other one to me. Yep, that's what he's going to do. So what I'm going to do is bounce my Pyromancer, which will allow me to create a 1/1. That's value. I'm going to take one, by the way. But I saved my young Pyromancer. He also wasted his Rift Ball. I'm still at a healthy 19 life with a 1/1 elemental in play. The second one will go to my face, definitely. He's not going to waste it on an element. Yeah, alright. Now, if he happens to cast anything here that's worth 2, yeah, he did. Sure. Alright, now the good news is I'm prepared this time because I have Lightning Bolt. So I would really want to what I wanted to do is to cast Young Pyro, cast Lightning Bolt, but that's 4 damage, so I'll just kill the Eidolon first. Yeah, I'm gonna take 2. And then I'm gonna cast Young Pyromancer. I am down to 10, by the way. But there's a chance my opponent is running out of gas. There is a chance. Yep, something like that. How? Oh, there you go. Well, I'm prepared for that. Now, what do I want to do here? Let's attack first. Alright, now I really wish I hold the priority in his upkeep so I can check what he is holding, but I guess that's fine because he didn't cast anything anyway, which will allow me to cast Peak at the end of his turn, which will also allow me to see what my opponent is holding. Oh, he doesn't want me to see that. Maybe it's a land. Maybe it's a land. Now here's the moment of truth. We're into our third match. Our third game. I don't think there's anything else in here that I wanted to change. So I guess let's move on. Now the only problem here is that my opponent's gonna play first. Now this is worth keeping. Yeah, let's keep that. Yep. Mana League. Alright. Okay, now this is going to hurt. Never mind. Wow, he's always holding that card. How many Eidolons do we have here? 6? He always have them in his opening hand. Or he always gets to draw the card. It's very consistent for 4 cards. Island, alright. At least it helped. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, do I want to cast a blocker? Maybe I do. Because I can counter the next spell. Alright, let's try that. I'm not comfortable with that play, but maybe either... Wow, we got a new subscriber. Thank you for that. Or maybe we regret it. Got a rift bomb. Another one. Now, are we going to... Yeah, I'm probably taking that. Because I can counter them anyway. Should I? Yeah, I should take it. Yep, I'll have to take it. Christopher Rue, you rock. Thank you for subscribing. that. Because I can start generating my tokens. Alright, this is really gonna hurt. Like, really gonna hurt a lot. Should I start attacking? No, just in case he casts another goblin guide, I have a blocker. Yeah, that's fine. I am down to 10, by the way, guys. So he's got 2 Rift Bolts. I'm assuming these are all going to my face. Who's the target? That's targeting me, yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. Can't do about the second one either, so yeah. That's still me, yep, alright. What do you think? Maybe he can kill me now, right? So should I have just countered it instead of saving my counter and then hoping that yeah, I think that's a huge misplay in my part. I should have just forced him to tap out. Even though, yeah, I'm pretty much gonna waste all my... Yeah, I should have just... Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and risk it. I'm gonna cast Snapcaster. And I am going to choose the Lightning Bolt. Yep. But I'm not gonna cast it. Oh. Alright. Now let's see. Well, I guess risking it worked well anyway. So I have... Well, let's put Mystic on top and Remand on top. And then we can start attacking him. We may still win this. Yeah, he's probably gonna use Sunbaked. Oh. Alright. Well, I will be forced to counter that. Another skull crack. Well, would you look at that? Turned out pretty well for me then instead. I guess I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, I'm dead anyway. Alright. It's a good game though. It's quite a good game. I almost survived. Almost. Anyway, I've enjoyed that. And again, this is Throwback Thirst Game Series. If you'd like to see more of these, don't forget to bolt that subscribe button. If you like it, hit like. If you don't, hit the dislike. For now, ciao.